Hey listeners, it's me Xavier from Packbound. Now, you're about to see our very first episode this arc. But before that, why don't you give us a subscribe, a little click that bell icon, a little smash that Patreon at patreon.com/DNR. Give us a visit on Discord. You can find us anywhere you look, on Twitter, on TeePublic if you want some good merch. And we got a website that's basically all those links in one place, and that's theandrpodcast.com. Thanks for joining us. I hope you have a good time, because I'm sure we will.
Let's do that thing where we go around the table and introduce ourselves. I'm Jason. I'm the game master. I got to get used to saying that. Going around the table, starting with Ryan. This is the fun part.
Hey, everyone. I'm Ryan.
It's interesting.
Ryan Garner.
It's interesting. So we have our alpha. Now.
Suck it.
I was waiting to see which one would pull ahead. And Ryan.
Hello, I'm also Ryan.
And Ryan. No, and Xavier.
Hello, I'm Xavier.
And last, and certainly not least, Mandy.
I want to be Ryan too, but I guess I'm Mandy. But I also want to be Ryan.
No, you'll be Ryan 3.
Yeah, application accepted.
You guys were hiring?
Yeah.
We're not looking for any new Ryans right now. We may do some seasonal hiring, but right now we're full up.
Wouldn't that be a thing for like a Christmas episode with 4 Ryans?
Oh, jeez. It's Ryan.
Just confuse the living shit out of it. It's like, hey, whoever gets to it first, that's who gets to. Guys, I want to start things out in the city of Orash. And allow me to share with you a wonderful map.
Ooh. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes. There'll be a credit in the bottom of the screen if you would like some sort of custom map made by this person. But oh my god, Brother Henry did such a good job.
That's gorgeous.
It's amazing.
Beautiful.
It's so good. So, whoop, wrong way. But Orash, as you can see, is a mountaintop city. It's where the Dragonborn live. It's where most of you guys live, or, have come from at some point. And for the most part, the Dragonborn are pretty much by themselves. No one comes to disturb them. They're way up in the Hazon Mountains. They are... it's not like there's natural predators up there to bother them. But the problem is they've found themselves having to interact more and more with the outside world. It used to be a little different. It used to be they would be able to enter negotiations very strongly because they had this wonderful magic horn that summoned a huge red dragon that was... It's like carrying around, like a nuke, right? So they had a lot of leverage in cities around here. And the problem is that's gone now. They sort of used that card, and that dragon's dead. So recently they've found themselves kind of struggling to find their place in the world. What do they do now? They're tacticians in that they're very combat oriented. They're bred. The Red Dragonborn are bred to be the strongest, fastest, the hardiest, and they don't really have a lot of other marketable skills. With no war to fight and missing half of their force, dying fighting in a war that they really didn't get much out of, they're a little rudderless right now. Mm-hmm. And that is where I'd like to pick up with some of you. Ryan, Garner, Ryan
Yes.
G. Tell me a little bit about yourself, your character. Paint a picture.
So for starting, I have to get in character.
Okay.
So I'm playing Kriv. Kriv is a taller than average, kind of middle-aged, slightly on the heavy side Dragonborn, with his fair share of scars. The most noticeable kind of thing that's going on is he has a plate mail pauldron that's fused into his shoulder, along with several other scales that are kind of fused together. And he has two horns that kind of twist back and hair that's kind of pulled back into the ponytail, with patchwork armor kind of donning different leathers and cloths to make up kind of a loose robe that kind of mostly that is on the bottom half. He has a hatchet strapped to his hip, and he uses a fairly straight 6-foot long root as a staff or walking cane that has one of his grandfather's horns as a centerpiece on top. And around his neck, he has a string that is holding a crude totem carving that shows 4 dragonborn faces. And he's kind of retired from the adventuring side, and he's more so on the, I guess, more like the holistic. He's kind of helping people out. He's kind of helping train. He's using his knowledge for herbs to make medicines.
Where did he get the cool glasses from?
Oh, that's just a Garner special.
Okay. I was about to say that's part of holistic medicine.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone knows so that you. So you've been one of a couple people pulled aside recently, and there's a bit of a task that you've been tapped to go out on.
Okay.
And it's been kept pretty hush hush, right? Because leadership in Orash is very much it's almost prison rules. It's very much, whoever's the strongest survives. So to admit that the Dragonborn aren't in a great spot right now is to sort of admit two things. It's admitting current leadership hasn't done a great job to make Orash great again, and I and two, they don't want to, the current leadership doesn't want to sound the alarms, right? So they're like, okay, here's what we want to do. We want to send a few Dragonborn out. And we want you to go to Strahd's old cave. Because Strahd was the massive red dragon that they had a pact with for decades and decades. And with Strahd being dead, the only other dragon of any note in Alara is Aruth Amar, which is what it was Strahd's mate, this huge black dragon. And sadly, there was some sort of corruption, some sort of spell placed upon Aruth Amar, and she's, last you heard, is under the influence of some lady in Brightport. So your job would be to head to this cave with a small group and A, find Aruth Amar, B, break the control that is held over her right now, C, establish some new working relationship, and D, recover something from the cave itself. One of the interesting things about Strahd was it was basically treated like a deity to the Dragonborn. They would bring, offerings, food, weapons, armor, treasures, all kinds of stuff. And there's one specific thing that you're being tasked to go pick up, but it's being kept hush hush.
Okay.
So Balsk, who is the current leader of Orash, is basically like, tell your group this, but don't tell them about this crown. I want you to pick up this specific crown. Here's a sketch of what it looks like. Bring it back to me.
Okay.
That's it. That's after you do everything else. And after you're dismissed, you're going to run into a Dragonborn that was basically tapped alongside you. They just didn't get to the briefing in time. Mr. Haywood.
Hello.
Paint me a picture.
Well, I'm so glad you asked me to. The thing about our good friend Ulmo Sartak, or Omo, as he is called among his friends, is that he is, if you were to gaze upon him, at first glance, is the very image of what you would think. Now that guy right there, that's a Dragonborn. He's big, he's beefy, he's strong, and why doesn't he have sleeves on his armor? And
Good.
Okay, that's fine.
He's wearing like a no fear t-shirt underneath. It's just
yeah. No, it's his scales, despite repeated attempts, appear to have settled in on getting a brand on there. I'm sure we'll get into what the brand is at some point. He has a couple different hammers on him. He seems to really like hammers. But one thing that's probably the most unusual is his demeanor is a very relaxed demeanor. He's definitely a sloucher, until he has to not be a sloucher. But no, everything's fine. He's just a big guy and looking very confident. Yep, nothing to be unconfident about. There's nothing to be unconfident about, is there?
I'm not too sure. What was your name again?
Oh, sorry. I'm Omo. And I mean,
You couldn't be on time?
I mean, I was gonna be on time, but the bridge was blocked off. There was every time I started to get ready to cross it, somebody was crossing the other. There's only so much room on those bridges. It's and then I went to go around, and then somebody was on that bridge. It's a nightmare, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Should be noted, these bridges are huge.
There was traffic.
There was a whole wagon. Whole wagon. They got these double wide wagon wheel. No.
Head truck nuts.
Wagon nuts.
Okay. Well, next time, just try to get there on time.
No, yeah, absolutely. I'll leave 5 minutes early next time so that I'm not late.
Good. Good. The name's Kriv.
Kriv. I've heard your name before. You're the guy who did the thing. The Anyway, what I miss?
We have to go to a cave and fix something.
Oh, okay. All right, I can fix things.
I'll give more details once everybody's here.
Oh, sure. No,
let's go gather everyone.
Yeah.
There's one or two small hitches. Now, obviously, this is a mission that they wanted kept on the DL, as it were, and the problem with that is it's not like he was going to pair you up with the best and brightest. They need their best and brightest there because the city is largely undefended. More than half of their people are dead now, and they're super selective. They will kill children at birth if they have a chronic cough or if they, very Spartan, very 300 in their child rearing tactics. You are raised from birth to be tough, a very walk it off mentality. So they don't have a lot of people. And as such, there's not a ton of people there who have trained in other things. Like finding someone who's decent at medicinal, like anything, honestly, is rare. And it's probably earned because you've done something pretty, I don't want to say awe-inspiring, but pretty admirable. But you're definitely not seen as peak Dragonborn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
You're being sent out with pretty much hey, you can assemble a team, keep it under like 5. We don't want a bunch of people, but just get out there, find somebody. Here's a list of people you can't have, which is
pretty much
most
everyone.
of the city. Yeah, lots. Yeah. It's like, but look, do it, whatever.
Okay.
And it's kind of seen as a suicide mission, but it's also seen as like this long shot get out of jail free card. Like, let's say you're not looked at as someone who's very useful in Dragonborn society. You may not be getting drummed out right now, but you're not looked at as real Dragonborn.
Yeah. And we were told about the shaman elsewhere, right? Like, or that was before, or
that's the other hitch. You were told about some Dragonborn that have either left or been drummed out. It's like, look, you can't really have anybody from the city, but here's a list of people. And one of them is kind of stands out above the rest. It's like, they sound useful. Why aren't they here? It's like, they can't swing an axe very hard. Like they're, that type of thing. It's now being looked at. It's like everybody who went to trade school now they need people to fix engines. And they're like, well, shit.
Okay. So Kriv's going to take a few steps forward as if like he knows where he's going to go. Then he stops and he kind of puts his hand on his chin, turns back over to Omo. Do you have any loved ones here?
Yeah. I've got my aunt lives right over the bridge over there.
You may want to go tell her goodbye. It won't be a while. I'll meet you at the gate.
Oh.
And Kriv starts walking off.
Oh. All right. Oh God, there's another cart on the bridge. Here we go. Makes his way over to his auntie's house.
And Crib's gonna go to his house real quick. Say goodbyes.
So, is there anything you're taking with you? Any mementos? Any like it's gonna be a trek. The problem is you're not being sent out with a team. So if you were making a straight shot, you'd basically be descending the side of the mountains, which is dangerous, in and of itself. But now you have to descend to the bottom of the mountains, travel the roads for a while, and go to a town called Whitehedge. And that's a trek. But it does give you a chance to stock up on things you might need, and then make your way back and climb that mountain.
Yeah, so he's going to grab his pack, put furs, ropes, rations. I'm sure there's stuff like, some jerky and whatnot. Like he's kind of throwing in a pack. He's basically going to gather his wife and kids there, tell them that he'll be back. Trying to sound a little bit more confident than that. Just, I got to go out on a mission. Give everyone hugs, and he's gonna go make his way over to the gate.
Before we leave that, how are you pitching that, like, to your wife? Like, it's like they're very they still care for each other and everything. Like, they're very, it's like, well, that, but how do you pitch that? It's like, why are you taking this mission?
So I think initially with the kids there, it's like, well, Dad's got to go do something. He's got a mission. I'll be back in, if it's a couple months, right? I'll be back in a few months. Trying to keep it very positive. But then as soon as he gives them their hugs and then they go, he's probably going to look over to Arush, his wife. And it's one of those moments of, this mission sounds complicated. Like, more of that moment of, okay, well, I'm trying to level with you here. I'm not supposed to give you all the details, but it's going to be a difficult one. Not even talking about the fact that I have this band of misfits that I'm being sent with. But also in a sense of like, well, I can't say no.
Right.
Like, if I turn this down, I'm banned or I'm executed. Like, it's not one of those things that you could just sit there and turn down and miss it, a big mission from the person that's in charge.
Yeah, when Balsk taps you to do something, it's not so much a request. Like, you can say no, but and it's not pitched as get out there and do it necessarily. It's like, hey, if you do this, this will be a better life for you, basically. It's like, you'll be able to, this is a skip to the top of the line type of thing if you pull this off.
And that's, so there's probably going to be a few like quick tears shed and whatnot, but it's one of those things of, this is what I got to do. I'm being sent out. He'll grab the little totem necklace thing that he has. He'll grab that and kiss it. Because that's supposed to that's basically his picture of his family in his wallet, essentially, is that carving around his neck. And like, without trying to miss a beat, because he knows what the urgency is. He'll leave and head to the gate.
He's got the glasses because he doesn't want to see him cry.
Oh, it's good.
That is
I
good.
imagine you kiss your wife, but I don't know how dragons are built, so I imagine it's just you open your mouths like this, and then like tongues, like just kind of like
just stick your tongues out and just.
Yeah, like it's like but you're Dragonborn, so it's like a duel. It's like
yes,
like it's a thumb war. It's very hours have been wasted tongue dueling, and it's not.
Why are you killing
it's
the
not sexy.
romance? Why?
I'm making it hotter.
It's like Eskimo kisses, but wet.
Wow.
Yeah, moist, wet Eskimo kisses. Fan art, everybody. Fan art. Send it to show@dandrpodcast.com.
Send them to Mandy directly.
Yes.
Why?
Just on Twitter, just mention. Right
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna talk to Christine. It's like, can you just make these her desktop backgrounds? Just for net. Just have them on loop.
No.
Put a child lock on them so that she can't change it.
Christy wouldn't know
The
how
more
to do
graphic,
that.
the better.
Thankfully.
I'll give her instructions.
No.
I haven't jumped into a call with her yet. This will be great. This will be a wonderful getting to know you. Oh my God. Leaving. Oh, actually, go back to Olmo. What's Olmo's experience like saying goodbye?
Well, he's going to his auntie's house. It's his favorite auntie and his only auntie, really. And he's like, just saying, "Hey, auntie, I'm being sent on a. I have to. I don't actually know what I have to do, but Balska's got me and Kriv. You ever heard of Kriv? Kriv, he's was a fighting guy, and well, not so much these days, but he's taken us on a mission. And do you remember my travel pack that I dropped off here when I got back into town? Is that still in the other room? Because do I still have that here?
Okay, let's operate on the Spider-Man scale of antes.
Okay.
Are we dealing with original trilogy Spider-Man older woman? Are we dealing with a Sally Field Amazing Spider-Man? Are we dealing with a hot Marissa Tomei Spider-Man auntie? Paint a picture.
Well,
help me out.
Well, here's the thing about this particular auntie. This actually isn't entirely my decision right here for reasons.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Whose decision is it?
Do we want to get into that yet, or we want to make a?
We can wait. We can wait. We can come back to it. You know what? That'll be the question of the day. How hot is your aunt? I need to know.
Are we supposed to roll for it?
No.
Everybody make your guesses now, and you will find out at some point in the episode. You will be graded on this.
We need a
Leave
scale.
a comment, give us a like, subscribe, put in the comments. Do you think our ants are hot?
Oh man, right there in the chat right now, guys. If you're on Twitch with us, scale of 1 to 10, how hot is Olmo's aunt?
How Marissa Tomei is she?
Will
Tomei is she?
Jason play her?
I just need to know how sexy I am. That's all I want to know. Give me a motivation.
And then picture her moist tongue kissing.
Yeah, I just okay, goodbye, nephew. Maybe just
but personality-wise, very warm.
okay.
That very much have the extended family over for meals kind of auntie. Is how I believe that was.
Okay. That is canon now, by the way. I've decided. That's how Dragonborn kiss.
Yes, it's about time that I influence something.
We need to get out of this city. We can't stay here too long. We're just gonna make a lot of scaly cannon.
Well, auntie, it's time to get going. Give me a kiss. No.
Look, we've been trying to expand the show. I think it's time that we've tapped the furries and scalies. Guys,
I contributed.
We also have a book coming out that is, well, there are some very attractive lion folk in there. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, I've seen some of the art.
They're
Hey. How you doing?
So we're leaving the city. We're leaving Orash. And again, like, this is a very unique city in that it's very low tech, very lo-fi. Not a lot of magic here. It's not looked upon super, they'll use it if they need it, but so very, very, again, Spartan in that regard. So these huge rope bridges that can support thousands and thousands of pounds of weight. You mentioned being a slightly heavier set, like you got a little bit of a dad bod going on for Dragonborn. So that puts you in excess of well over 350 pounds, like easy. Like they are big, thick boys. Man, we are just baiting.
You are.
We're just baiting. Like it's, whatever.
Just
thick,
roll with it, embrace
how
it.
you doing?
You don't need to, acknowledge it every time. It's just, this is who we are.
Thick boys.
Big boys. So you're leaving this place, and there's this long rope bridge that is over this huge expanse, and then you're going to start to descend the mountain. There's this wonderful winding trail, and you're going to get several hundred feet outside of the city. You're well across the bridge. You're starting to descend, and there's a little person kind of like you see him down the path, and they're kind of like poking out of like some rocks, just like they clearly hear somebody coming. Xavier, could you paint me a picture here?
I can paint a picture.
Oh, look at that brush.
Oh,
Boom.
that's good.
Oh, keep hitting the mic. So this scrawny-looking black-scaled Dragonborn shows up from the side of a rock, and he's kind of hunched over, just naturally. And as soon as he sees the duo come closer, he will straighten his posture, kind of grow almost a foot doing so. But even so, he's like a foot shorter than the two of them. If I put the two of you at 7 feet, he'd be at 6 at his highest. And he crosses his arms, kind of looks to the side, and eyes you from the corner, and waits for you to get to him. And this guy is so cool. He looks so cool. You don't understand how cool he looks. You don't even know. Nobody knows how cool he is. He's got this very light but very spiky, like sharp angles armor, like all black leathers and like piecemeal kind of like pauldrons. They've got sharp edges and yellow accents. He's got this long snout and like two really cool short horns just shooting out of his skull. And I mean, you've seen the picture, but you get it.
If I know anything in life, it's that the cooler someone tells me they are, the cooler I see them.
I know. I just needed to make sure everybody knows how cool this guy is. Because
that's why
I talk about him.
Like
people,
every time I introduce myself, like I want to make a good impression. It's like, I got such a full head of hair. It's so full. Mm-hmm. It's so full, and I just keep saying that. And then
Jason,
did
cool
I mention
guy,
he's kind of mysterious too?
Ooh.
Like you want to know him more?
Oh.
I didn't. Did I mention he's got this like billowing neckerchief scarf too?
Oh,
did I mention that?
No, you
Is
didn't.
he always walking away from an explosion? Like, is there constantly just like he's just throwing dynamite behind him all the time?
No, that's the wrong kind of cool.
This is aloof. This is like
aloof. Yes, aloof. Exactly.
Got it. This is the guy at the party you want to talk to, but he's just too cool.
And I guess if the two of you keep walking towards him, he will address you, and he'll simply say, "So am I allowed in now?"
What?
Did you talk to your chieftain?
Me?
You
Is he
could,
talk-
okay.
Did he tell you?
Omo, I got this.
Okay.
Zozo, if I may put this lightly, you're coming with me on a mission.
All right. Oh, I need to make sure I don't fall into Chapman territory. Is this? Hold on. Just give me 1 second to
Seduce the
practice.
mic.
My name is Zozo. Okay, there it is. There. My name is Zozo. Okay, yeah, that's my my phrase to get back in. My name is Zozo. Is this about Aruthamar like we discussed?
Wait, what?
Yes.
What?
Yes,
What?
it is.
Good. Then follow me.
Wait, what? Who?
No.
Hold on.
No, you're following me.
Sorry, what is your name again?
Okay, we've gone over this. My name is Kriv.
Griv.
I was the one given all the instructions. We are missing one more person, and we got to go find them first.
Wait.
Okay.
Like the Aruthamar.
Yes. So Zozo,
Yes.
Are you coming along with us?
If you can keep up. And he turns around and starts walking.
Oh boy.
Zozo, the other way, we're going to Whitehedge.
He fluidly turns around towards Whitehedge.
And yes, Elmo, we're going to Whitehedge. We gotta find someone else there. And we're going to a cave where a Ruthamar is.
Whitehedge?
Yes.
Oh, I know someone in Whitehedge. But a Ruthamar?
Yes.
Well.
Wait,
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
We can explain on the way.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Aruthamar can't wait. Let's go, gentlemen.
Oh, God. It's... Are you... Who is this guy? Later, on the way.
Some that they didn't want inside. So
Okay.
he's been camping out here, hoping that one day he'll be let in.
But he's not a... Well, yeah, I mean, it's...
I mean, he's kind of little. I know.
Yeah, that is one aspect which the leadership would point out, yeah.
But he's nimble.
Zozo's like already 100 foot down, like lower down the hill, and he's kind of like jumping from a jagged rock to another.
And we're just slow walking.
Yeah, just strolling. It's too long a walk to jump.
I hope you guys just dance around the color thing so hard for the rest of it. It's like, look, some of my best friend are Black Dragonborn. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Fine. It's fine.
Get it up.
It's fine.
Get it out now.
I love the bit, guys, but it might be time to take off the masks now. It might be a little easier to see each other.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. This
It was
is beautiful.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Hello.
Old Man McGinty.
And I would have got it if it wasn't for you kids and your dog.
You guys are going to be spending some time on the road here. Now, Cortex is a wonderful system for telling a story, and here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have each of you guys roll a die. And basically what we're doing is we're going to be surmising a third of your journey each time we roll a die. So here's the thing. Travel die work a little bit differently this arc. We used to just say, hey, roll me a flat d20 and we'll let luck sort it out, right? And it's a system that, well, it did good by us for many, many years. But it's 2022. And it's been 10 years. I think it's time to switch some stuff up. So here's what we're going to do. There's a bit of a risk-reward aspect now. No longer will we be using a d20 for travel. You're going to pick a die. A d4, d6, d8, d10, or d12. The larger the die you pick, the greater the rewards or consequences we may have. Let's say you pick a d4. And I'm just going to say, hey, you're going to be traveling for the next couple of days. Pick a die. And you say, look, I don't want any trouble. Just give me a d4. And that means you roll that die. On a 1 or 2, something bad happens. But it won't be too bad. It's a d4. It's like, oh, the weather's really crappy, or, oh, but these things will be scaled to your level and they will be scaled to the area you're in. Obviously, something bad happening in the Silver Glade is way worse than something bad happening in, say, the streets of a major city. But as you go up and die, and you roll on the good half, again, let's go back to the D4 scenario. You roll a 3 or a 4. Something good's going to happen, but it's going to be like, oh man, the weather's really nice, or, oh, look, free sandwiches, something like that. If you pick D12s, oh baby, that basically means something huge. That means treasure. That means, some sort of signature asset you can use. Signature assets, by the way, people, are basically like your +2 hammer of the gods, something like that. It's what we use in Cortex, and every time you swing it, you basically get an extra die. So I need a volunteer to be our first travel die roller. Oh, Mr. Haywood. Which die will you be selecting?
Well, I think
This is the first official roll, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking that I should be very cautious and roll the smallest dice possible. Then I thought, that's boring. Let's go huge.
I like it.
Okay.
So this will be setting a tone one way or another. So looking at the table, give me a D12, I guess.
All right. Here we go.
So 1 through 6, something bad happens. 7 through 12, something great happens.
All right. It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. And go. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Oh, there you go. You didn't pull a Varus.
You know what?
Beginner's
That is
luck.
an excellent way to start off this adventure. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Good stuff. Okay.
I retire. It's not getting any better than this. It's time to go.
No.
No, trust me, it doesn't.
Oh, no.
Look, I've been on the show for a while. It doesn't get you.
I'm saying you're dead, kid. Dead.
1 out of 10 and 1 out of 1, and you've critted it. So,
Oh, man. Wouldn't it be great if this Ryan gets all the good luck?
yes, one of us has to, right?
There you go.
Right. Yeah,
Then we'll
like
balance
the yin
each
to
other
your
out.
yang.
Yeah. Your
But
nemesis.
it only works if we get equal rolls.
Yes. So that means
There's logic
You
in
gotta
our
go with
dice
D12.
fiction. Yeah.
Does that mean I have to roll?
I think we need to test this theory. If you
shit.
roll a d12 and you get a 1, then I think the science is in.
Oh, man.
This is how clinical studies are done.
I mean, it kind of looks like a 1,
It does look like a
it's a
one.
7. No.
but it's a 7.
So here, I need one more roll here.
Sample size too small.
It's so okay. Hold on to that roll for just a moment. So that the first couple of days you guys are on the road, it's going to take you almost a week to get to Whitehedge. It's pretty far down south, and you guys got mountains to trek through, and then forests. So those first couple of days couldn't be better. They're beautiful. There's essentially nothing in your way. There's areas that are normally fraught with danger. We're talking cyclopses or, gnolls, something like that, where you'd have to fight your way through, and it's just kind of dead. Or you see them in the distance. It's like, oh, we'll just duck on through. We have a small party. Boom, we're in and out of here. I can hear typing, by the way. It's not a huge deal because I can mute it, but just let you know. At the end of your second day, I need a D4, Mr. Haywood, please.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You're rolling on a little table for me, basically.
Shocking.
Yeah, I know. It's unlike me. A 4. So
All I do is
You're
crit,
gonna get-
Jason.
that I'm
Yeah.
you're
He's getting cocky.
He's
is
got
it.
better luck than
true.
I've ever had, so I guess I have to step down from being alpha.
It's the comfort of the lack of leadership that enables this.
It is.
Oh, yeah. So you get to the base of these mountains on the second day here, and you're about to cross over here into Bandit's Rest territory. It's a nasty bit of forest, but you're probably going to cut over and get to the main road. And you're going to see a dead guy.
Oh.
He's been dead now for a little bit. If you put if you give it a little guess, it's probably been a week. So a gross dead guy. Most of the meat's been picked off the bone and stuff. It's, you know, but the dead guy's not important. Dead guy's just a dead guy. The thing that's important, he has a huge sack. A burlap sack near his body. It was resting here.
That makes more sense.
God, I wish we had just an on-staff artist all the time to just draw things that just. That's when you know we made it. Where I'm just gonna fill the screen later on in the stream. It's like I want a corpse, but hear me out.
Huge sack,
and then just keep talking.
Large sack,
this massive sack.
Yep. So, this large bag has kind of like fallen over a bit, and you're going to see some glassware, some bottles, piled up in here. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna tell
Not much
Olmo
suspense.
to
You know it's a good
put
thing.
some gloves on first.
Who's going in? Who's grabbing that sack?
Okay, I guess yeah. Hold on. You said put on gloves, so I'm doing that. All right, let's get in that sack real good and deep.
Good.
What am I holding?
So you it's good that you're cradling. That's good. It basically these circular bottles, right? I think real Diablo style, not the little test tubes, but it's got some weight to it. So these are a bright red liquid with flecks of something. What it looks like is sparks. Like this is the kind of thing like you give it a little shake, and like you can see like think Star Trek transporter sparkles like inside of it. Like it kind of catches the light. Do any of you have any training in, let's say, I don't know, alchemy?
I think one of us does.
No, not alchemy.
No.
Oh,
Not
I thought
alchemy?
you did.
No, not
alchemy.
for alchemy. Basically on the plants and like medicine side I do, but not quite into alchemy yet.
Well, then you know
we
what?
might be out of an alchemist.
Olmo, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Give me an alchemy roll.
All right. This.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No. So we'll start with the D4 that I actually have in that, right? And then let's see. It's always 3 dice, right? So there's the D8 that you just kind of get.
Yep.
All
That's your
right.
class.
All right. I will click on that. And so I have the D4 in my alchemy, my D8 for class, and what'll that be? Savvy?
No, it's the other one. Intellect.
All right. That's a D6. That's okay. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, well, you need a difficulty. So here's your difficulty. It's going to be it's 2 D10s. So it's fairly difficult. This is a rarer thing here. So here we go. Oh, Jesus. 15.
Oof.
Nope.
Okay. So none of your dice equal.
No. No.
Even if you took all 3 of them, and you can't. It's
No.
only 2 of them you get to add together. So this eludes you.
It's all right. There's a note inside the bag, too. Let me just reach a little deep. No? Oh, well.
The rest of this is like folded underwear, stuff like that. Just stuff that, but these, you do notice that these are just kind of like clumped together. That the tops of them were tied together at one point with like twine. And there's 5 of them.
Okay.
And they were just kind of placed on the top of this sack, and then dude died, and They're here for the taking.
I found some sparkly red juice. Do you want some? I mean, and underwear. I don't want his underwear, but do you want his sparkly red juice?
Yes, yeah, I could take a look at that.
Yeah, there's like 5 of them. So,
I'm not thirsty.
yeah.
These may not. Just give them here.
Okay, yeah. Oh, here you go. Hold on, I've only got 2 hands, so give me a second. All right, here's 2. All right, here's 2.
Okay.
And 1 more. There you go.
Okay.
Kriv, so why exactly did your leader send 2 of us on this mission? What do you bring to this group of 3 that we are? Honestly, I find it a little insulting.
It's a thing called
Dad.
experience.
Right. And what
Something
do you
that you
bring?
don't have.
Ooh.
At least
Excuse
not
me?
yet.
Ooh.
You don't know my life.
Ooh.
You're right, I don't.
Ooh.
But I don't care.
Ooh.
Fine.
Are you done?
He turns around and walks away.
Jesus God. I didn't ask to be born. It's very...
I really thought there was going to be a fight for a second there. Ooh.
No, he won't attack me.
Oh, that's...
He's better than that.
Oh. I thought you were going to go the other way with that. That's... Okay, yeah.
what are we doing with these sparkle liquids?
Leave them on Ryan's body and hope he doesn't shake too much.
I mean, I can try, but it's probably not going to be much better. I mean, but then again, it coming from Olmo, he has no confidence in Olmo being able to identify these at all.
Okay. I was about to say, if you're double checking someone's work, it very much comes off like, give me this, you idiot. Like it kind of comes off like...
I mean, harsh, but fair.
Yeah.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Okay, real quick. How do we take die off or like away? Oh, it rolled down
from
to
the
that one
table?
anyways.
Right click on the die that's at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, did not
Yep.
know that. Okay, all right.
Yep.
Cool. All right, so I got my D10 for an intellect. Alchemy is going to be a D4, and then class D8.
Yep.
All right, let's hope. So shot across the screen.
It's beat it, not meet it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so you're 1 shy.
Damn. Well, he's going to look just as confused with them, put them in his sack, and start walking. So I have
Alright, we're done
5 sparkly red vials of mystery juice.
Mystery juice.
Mystery juice.
You guys done staring at bottles? We can go now?
Yes, we can go.
Wow.
So that second die roll, let's jump back to that real quick. Next 2 days on the road is a 7. It's just this side of good. You're, 1, weather's still on your side. That's fantastic. Nothing's really slowing you down. You're not getting spotted by anybody. For the most part, you're going to be saving on stuff like food. You're in an area that is just rife with stuff to eat. Hunting's great. I'm assuming this isn't an intellect-driven group so far that I can see. But
Ouch.
no. I'm just saying maybe that 4th table leg will be the one we need for these types of.
I have some intellect. I just don't have alchemy.
I'm not calling you dumb. I'm just saying like there's a lot of, you look kind of dumb so far. Like, just,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're bringing down the average, so what can I say?
I need one more die roll to take you guys into Whitehedge. Now, this die roll is important because this is what you'll be walking into once you reach that town.
Oh,
What's the situation like in Whitehead? And we only got Xavier.
yeah. Everybody's rolled except
Okay.
Xavier.
It's time.
You could totally
Let's go.
play it safe, sir. No one would. I mean, everyone else rolled a 12 and you'd be rolling something else, but like no one's going to judge you.
That's true. I'm gonna go middle of the road here. Gonna roll a d8.
Coward. Coward. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, but you know, on a d12 it would have been a 1.
Fair.
D8 saves me.
Know thyself.
Back rubs. Everyone gets a thorough back rub. The second you cross the threshold of the gates, they're just like, let me take your bags. Let me just work these knots out, like instantly.
Jeez.
For real though, when you reach Whitehedge, it's a lovely little place. It's probably a bit strange for a Dragonborn to go to other cities and stuff like that, right? Because you're almost Amish in a lot of ways. Like you're very. It's not that you don't get, magic and technology and stuff like it. You just don't use it. You look at it as a crutch. So while you'd be using it's like, okay, this needs fixing. It's like, all right, well, I'll take it to the smith or I'll just hammer at it for a while someone who actually knows magic could probably cut the job down in half. It's not a Harry Potter, let me fix your glasses with the glasses fixing spell, but it's it'd be faster. So when you guys walk into a town and you see that Whitehedge is kind of a hub too. You got people from Lockford on that side. You got people from Brightport. You got people from Fairbay to the south. So it's like Atlanta. It's bustling. There's stuff going on. It's hot. What's your experience been in towns before? Like, how often do you guys ever leave Orash?
Oh, man. I just got back not all that long ago from lots of traveling. Just a ton of it. It was because I was doing my journeyman for blacksmithing. You gotta your apprenticeship, little journeyman, and then you get to be a master and open up your own. And I was totally doing my journeyman phase, and so I've been to all these towns. I said it's actually when we get done doing what we're doing here. I have someone I want to visit real quick, if that's okay.
This story has nothing to do with that tattoo.
What? That brand? Oh, no, dude. Okay, so there's okay, hey man, bottomless joy will change your life, man. All right.
There it is,
dude. They're awesome. Totally. It's. Whew.
Can you describe it?
Imagine that real in the 80s, every band had a logo of and it was all sharp edges or what have you, and it was this was what the band logo looked like, and it was every album that's boom, it's it was Iron Maiden from the shape of the letters as much as anything. It's that kind of thing. It's got a very specific Bottomless Joy font. It's very stylized. You could tell they hired somebody to make up this Bottomless Joy logo, and he got that branded right into his arm.
By the time this episode comes out, I will make one of those logos.
I love you.
It will be. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do a front and back. We'll do a front and back concert T-shirt, a grand tour. Oh yeah,
yes.
10 years in the making.
With
oh
the
my
cities,
god, yeah.
The
with
second
the
that
cities
T-shirt
in the area that they visited.
I want one. I'm buying it.
Oh yeah, no, we're doing
I
it.
already own it. I already own it.
Yeah.
Cut the sleeves off.
Yeah, this is past Jason speaking. Future Jason's already done that. Actually right now, guys, if you're watching this stream, there's a little button. You click on it, it'll take you right to that T-shirt. I'm not fucking around. Let's go.
Awesome.
Love
All
it.
right, we're live.
So good.
Hi, chat.
Hi, chat. Buy that merch. Everybody out there.
Shill.
Yeah, so I can buy $3 million in fake Pokemon cards. So that's my goal.
Nice callback.
Thank you.
Whitehedge.
Walking into Whitehedge. Walking into Whitehedge. It is a gorgeous little town. Again, lots of hustle and bustle. There's street vendors kind of hawking wares and stuff. You guys are getting there a little like it's around dusk. So you got some people packing up and stuff, but you got bars opening up. Like they're kind of propping doors open to let air in because it's that after work crowd, people coming in from the fields, people coming in from hunting and stuff like that. So they're opening up. Where's your first stop? Where are you going?
I guess that's up to Kriv.
Crib's the boss.
I love when we get a group leader.
Yeah, this was fast. Probably even without probably sharing the information, just start walking over towards wherever there's probably like the most amount of people. Like whether that's going to be like in like a market area, whether that's going to be in like a tavern or some sort of restaurant or something. He's walking over. He wants to get next to some people to ask a question. He doesn't even tell the other two. He just walks.
Zozo snarls. What are we doing?
I told you we have to find one more.
I'll make it quick. This place makes me want to barf acid in my own mouth. I hate it here.
Oh, come on. This place is great.
Okay, well, if nothing else, keep your eye out for another red Dragonborn.
Easy enough.
Nah.
Female.
Really? Oh, there's...
The only thing I have to go off of is a red female Dragonborn that's a shaman.
Oh, never mind. Must be someone else. Okay.
Okay.
I'm of the people standing around right now. There's someone, a very large someone, Goliath actually, who would be eyeing you guys up. You're a bit of a weird bunch to come walking into town. Like it's honestly, it's not that weird to see Dragonborn. It's a little odd to see them this far away from the mountain, but it's weird seeing two different colors of Dragonborn mingling, mostly just because of how, well, one, black Dragonborn are endangered, kind of swamp dwellers. Blue Dragonborn are nowhere near here. They're off on another continent, and so are the white Dragonborn. So it's a little odd. So this large muscular guy kind of leaning against this fence post where you can lash your horse to, just kind of taking you guys in, eyeballing you.
Zozo does a thing where he puts his
kind of
brings
puffs
his
up a little
posture
bit.
up. Yeah. Kind of returns the glare. Kind of like, see something you like?
Oh.
Is it like, okay, are you mad dogging him a little bit? You tough guying him? You
From I'm not walking up to him, but from within the
Right.
group, I clearly saw him. I'm making it known that I saw him.
You know what? Let's do a little scare check. Let's see what like what message are we sending? You're walking into town, you're kind of, it's like, look, I'm slapping it on the table. Here we go.
Cool. Scare, that's a D4.
It's okay.
My class, that's a D8.
Yep.
And my presence, that's a D4.
This is going to go wonderful.
Perfect.
Let's roll.
You're so cool.
Oh, no.
6 and a D4 effect, please.
Okay. The D4 effect. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what?
You make him
maybe
feel
he's easily
uncomfortable.
frightened. Yeah, like maybe he's easily frightened. Let's see.
possible.
So let's you know what? I'm gonna assemble his little dice roll here. Oh boy. Yep.
Huh.
Okay, so the good news is he rolled a 1, so we ditch that dice. The bad news is that's still an 8.
Still 8. Okay. He Zozo looks at the ground.
He's
He
not
kind of looks
like
looks away.
it's not like he's mad dogging back. He's just kind of like he's not just kind of like it perplexes him more than anything. It makes him more curious, and he's going to wander over, and he's going to offer his hand for like one of those big manly forearm shakes, little Viking shit.
Yeah, Zozo will go in. Even if he's extending it to someone else, he'll go in.
Oh,
kind
good
of
stuff.
like raises nose. Like this dude is taller than all of us, so Zozo has to go for him, and he'll do the strongest. He's not unfit. Like he's scrawnier by default, but he's still, for a black dragonborn, he's still very apt physically, and so he'll go
Right.
for it.
This is a pretty well endowed dude in the muscular department. Goliath are cheating, essentially. They're it's not fair. So the dude's like 6'9", 380 pounds, solid muscle, big fucking hammer, big two-handed hammer on his back. And he's kind of like he walks up. It's like, greetings. And he's kind of he I'd be lying if he wasn't kind of eyeballing your hammer, Olmo, just kind of like checking it out, just like, all right, what model's that? Is that the?
It's custom, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. I got the medal for this. The mountain straight to the west. You know the ones. What do you got there?
Oh, I got this made in Brightport a few years back. Like kind of a little dude bro-y, a little like they're kind of like just comparing, it's I'm saving up for something nice, but it's like two white guys who know how to play guitar at a party, and they're fucking, it's the worst. It's the worst.
So I imagine like they started this conversation while Zozo and the Goliath are still shaking hands, and he kind of like lets go of it, and Zozo's just doing the boyfriend girlfriend meme where he's just like looking back like,
Yeah, you got to watch out for those Brightport blacksmiths. I mean, the good ones are really good, but some of them they'll tell you that they're using one metal and then they'll use the cheap stuff. You got to be real careful about that. But you look like a guy that knows your stuff, so I'm sure yours is fine.
I had to go through 2 before I got this one. I trust her. All right. So, what's this? What are we doing? What can I do you for?
Yeah. We're looking for what was it? A female red dragonborn that's a shaman. The only female red dragonborn I know in town isn't a shaman. So, is there another one? Are you from here? Do you know them people?
Yeah. What are you exclusively traveling with your kind? I get it. If so, it's fine.
Hey, man.
I used to team up with a few of you guys, but they were pretty slow. They're always dragging behind.
that typical.
Wow.
Doesn't break a smile. Like, just looks like it. I know. I'm hilarious.
Can we keep them?
Like,
No.
Oh.
either he thought that was very funny, or needs to work on his delivery or something, but he's very...
Yeah, it's that moment where you tell a joke and it's just cricket.
Yeah,
Zozo
exactly.
laughed. Zozo thought it was really funny. Like, Red Dragonborn. Totally.
They do be like that. And then,
It do be that way.
So are you in charge here?
No,
Okay,
I don't want
then
that kind of responsibility.
Oh, I feel that.
Okay, then let's move on then. And he just like starts looking away. Like,
So you taking your kid out, or what's the deal with him?
Oh, damn. Nope. He's just part of the team.
Did I mention Zozo's 17?
Oh
Yeah,
my
okay.
God, that makes
I just
a
felt
lot
like
more
it was
sense.
important.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that makes.
He's a young person.
So he's the star of his own novel all the time. Like he's.
Oh yeah. He wrote them all.
Oh man, okay.
Well, it's like comic books.
No shame in that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Some of my best friends are comic books. Not artists or writers, just the books.
Just the books.
Oh, that's sad. But anyways,
You're probably looking for down the street. Bar, probably.
Oh yeah. All right. Hey, sorry for the hassle. Thanks for the help, and I hope I get to see what your next hammer looks like sometime. That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, no. You come back through in like 6 months. We'll do it up. We'll go out. We'll hit stuff.
Now we're talking. I look forward to it. That'll be great.
You ever okay? When two dudes like that get together, there's this weird magnetic pull where it's like, that's not your voice. That's not what you sound like.
Oh, yeah.
That's not like everything. Like it's very like, okay, if I run into another dude from Jersey, there's this weird like it's like, oh, you ever go to Rigno's? Oh, like it's very, it's like, stop it. Everything but pronounce the Italian foods with the accent. Like it gets borderline that, but not quite that. But
Are we going New York, Chicago? What are we doing? Because I'll do it.
why? I was talking about food. Why would we go to Chicago? So we're
Wow. Starting
and I'm
this
the only
sorry.
Ryan. Thank you.
in your chat.
You monster.
Call me the name that first bounced into your head. We won't ban you. That's fine. You get 10 seconds. This is it.
No.
And then tell me why your pizza's gross. I'll take a 500-word essay, and I want that on my desk by Monday. The bar. If you guys were to walk down the street, there's a place called the Succulent Pig. It's a lovely little place. So this is one of those. Think of the bar in like Shaun of the Dead, like very, very cozy tavern type of thing, like the Winchester kind of, and right away you're going to notice that it's just before the rush. So like they're taking down extra chairs and putting stuff up. They're expecting people clearly. And there's someone sitting like as you walk in to your right, like there's someone sitting there that is a red Dragonborn female. Like it's how many of those could there possibly be? Maybe 2, maybe 3. I don't know. Mandy, can you paint me a picture here?
I get to put my mask. I'll do it on my head though. Hold on.
Where were you going to put your mask?
Yeah. Oh.
Like a.
Oh, neat.
I get my mask. I was like, where are my glasses? Oh, I'm wearing it. I'm so good. Okay. Oh, you're putting on fully. No, I can't, because then I can't see my notes.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's okay, Mandy. We love you.
Where's my glasses? Oh, this is as good as my eyesight gets, huh? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I kept putting mine on over.
I know.
Okay. So, Clover or God, do I have to say her full name? Cuovara Nastwadil, Clover. Let's go with that. She's definitely smaller than the typical red dragonborn. So, as others come in, she's definitely dwarfed by them, except Zozo, because he's tiny. And she's very gangly, like her limbs and arms are too long for her body, because she's very young, but she might not still be growing, so she's just always going to look weird and gangly. And she's just kind of swinging them around without care. She's wearing kind of worn leather armor that's just really dinged up, and it looks like it's about a size or two too big. Like somebody handed her some hand-me-downs. It's like, wear this, don't die. And she also has a bunch of like random crap that's tucked in, like little bits and bobbles. She's got some little weeds hanging out and just in random pockets everywhere. And even though she's covered like head to toe in just like old and new, just scars, scrapes, bruises, she just has a constant grin on her face. She's just very happy. And she is sitting down, but before you came in, she was trying to help. She's like, oh, can I help? Put down the chairs. And then she'll drop it and one will break. And they'll be like, no. Go there. Sit there. And she's like, okay, can I have another juice? And just like, hi, just, what can I do? Okay. I sit here. I'm good.
I imagine you're not a big spender in the bar, but like you're a constant presence. Like it's like you're nice, but like they learned very quickly that when they ask you, it's like, hey, could you get those glasses down? That was the last time they asked you to do that.
Yeah.
You have definitely cost them more than you've spent here. Absolutely. There's not even not a question.
Yeah, definitely.
But
she's nice.
Does she have her own mug made of wood at that particular bar?
It's probably a sippy cup at this point. It's probably like a... Like she's got like a Wii remote tether to the fucking...
She probably saw them and said, can I have one? And then broke it. And then they're like, no.
It's a good idea for swords and shit. Let's have the little ski pole.
Yeah.
Tether. Maybe not. I don't know much about swords.
So you guys walk in. You see her. It was not a long search. This lady seems to stand out a bit.
Yeah,
Zozo leans in towards Chris. Just before you walk, Zozo leans in toward Chris. Is that it?
Maybe. Well, we'll see.
Mr. Haywood.
Not just you with your elbow.
He's waving hello to Clover. Ooh. He's like, oh, hi.
And then Clover will probably just kind of notice, like she was kind of watching everybody, and then it's like, ooh, new people, and then sees Omo, and it's like, cousin, and she'll just leap up and then do that thing where you leap and try and body slam and also wrap all limbs around.
Yes.
She will do that.
And he will absolutely catch you. Hey, cousin, how's it been?
It's been so long. I don't even know. How long has it been? I just been here and Mama said to stay. So can I go back?
Actually, I just saw your mom. She's doing great. She's doing good. And by the way, earlier we talked about how hot is Omo's aunt. Well, this is, I believe, you get to decide. How hot is Clover's mom?
How hot's your eyes on Mandy? Yeah, how hot's your mom, Mandy?
She is an older Dragonborn
Doesn't matter.
lady.
Older like a cougar? Older? Like a row? Older? Like
Answer the question.
Yeah. Assign a number to the hotness of this NPC.
God, no.
Everyone needs to know if they're good or if they got it right or not.
You know what?
Do you have to choose the Golden Girl to compare her to?
Oh, okay. Golden Girl. She would be... Ooh. Dorothy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
No, Dorothy's cool.
Look,
and also, almost not tongue kiss.
B. Arthur was a handsome woman. I'm not saying
I
she
like
wasn't.
handsome women.
Okay, so like a 2. All right, fine.
Wow. Wow.
So
B. Arthur was...
Shots fired.
So...
That's my auntie you're talking about.
I know. My mama.
I mean...
She's a nice woman.
Yeah, she's got a great personality.
Salt of the earth.
Yeah.
I like handsome women. I think she was hot.
You think your mom's hot? Wow.
Oh,
You've been punked.
Sicko. I would imagine, by the way, the eyes in the bar probably shift because you guys are not almost specifically is not a small person. So that jump into the arms, it's on the wooden floorboards of this place, like boom,
Crunch. Yeah.
yeah. So like, I think it's like, oh God, what's breaking? Like, I think they're probably keeping an eye on. It's like, oh no, there's more of them. Like, they're bigger.
So hey, yeah, cousin. We're here. Let me put you down real quick. But okay, I gotta put you. Can I put you down?
I just like, no.
Okay, I'll hold on to you for a while then. All right.
Yay.
Do you know? Is there what are we looking for? A shaman? Did you say?
Yes. Yeah.
Is there another red dragonborn in town that's a shaman?
Shaman.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Is there any other red dragonborn?
Jason, is there? Oh, it's like, Well, there is a guy that I thought had scales the other week, but I think it was just red fur that was really matted and gross.
Oh.
So does that count?
Criv's gonna look over towards Zozo and kind of like hand gesture of like, this is it. This is it.
You kind of see his nostrils flare, kind of like doing that upset exhale. And he shakes his head. Pathetic.
Wait, what?
That's kind of to himself and to Kriv, you know. I won't bother antagonizing the two of you.
Wait, are we?
It's too much energy.
I'm sorry, Crit. Are we supposed to take my cousin with?
Apparently.
Oh God.
Are we going on a trip?
You Clover, was it?
Yeah, I'm Clover. Hi. And just in Omo's arms, like, hello.
Oh, your mom's gonna be so mad at me.
You've been summoned. The four of us are going on a mission.
I get to go on a mission? What are you talking about? Omo, Mom would be so proud. What are we doing? It's just like going through her pockets and pulls out this little weed that has a little tiny flower that's kind of scrunched. I knew it was gonna be a good day.
I need a drink.
Zozo gets in closer to Clover and kind of in a hushed voice, just so that people around wouldn't hear, but he's like, we're going on a mission to liberate the great dragon god Aruthamar. I hope you've got what it takes.
I don't know what an Aruthamar is.
Okay.
Good start.
I'm getting a drink.
My name is Zozo. Kriv is going to get a drink. I'll be outside.
You have a cute name, Zozo.
What? My name means Omen of Darkness.
That's cute.
It's not cute.
Remember, you can't actually whisper to her without Omo hearing it because she's like right here on Omo.
Yeah.
So
You're in on this.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Hey, okay. Kriv, Zozo, can I get you to do me a favor? Mm-hmm. Can I get a fortitude check? Just your class and fortitude, please. And I wanna see if you can beat an 8.
Mm-hmm. That's a D8 and 8. Let's go.
Oh gosh,
I can.
You can definitely. Oh my God! Whee! So both of you. So okay, as you guys are having this conversation, you're gonna feel hands at your at waist level, and they're trying to shove you aside. Like you can feel there's force there, and then elbows jagged, just a boom, And that part is probably going to make you go, ow, what the fuck? And there's going to be this squad. I'd call them the boys. If you see these guys out in the town, there's a lady in there too, but like very dude bro energy. So 4 dwarves are going to walk into this bar, chest puffed out, and just like, move! Like very rude, very like just that's their indoor voice.
Kriv will look behind him, like not with his gaze down, with his gaze at his eye level, and like look back and go, huh, and look back at like where he was ordering a drink from.
Well, that's not going to go over well. So this is very Back to the Future, but the 3 behind the main dwarf is going to be that they're going to be like, ooh, like, you gonna let him do that to you, that type of thing. So this main dwarf, big beard of red hair, puffy, like it's very humid. Florida weather just got to this dwarf's beard. But the top of his hair is like pulled in tight with this big thick braid in the back, and he's kind of wearing this loose fitting steel helmet, and he's gonna kind of look back to the boys and be like, oh, well, I've clearly been challenged, and he's gonna take his two fingers and just prod the back of Kriv's, like just that flank, your flank.
What's the matter? Your rank's so thin you gotta take in the black ones now?
Yeah, it
is what it is.
Dwarfs.
So he's gonna turn around and then look down. Oh, it was you, the people that don't have any sort of common decency at all. I bring whoever I want. Is this
Zozo's
all?
Again, just like earlier, Zozo is between the two of them trying to look tough. Nobody's paying attention to him.
Exactly.
Just like,
Yeah.
just constantly like fidgeting, just like.
You know why I don't have to have decency? Because our word counts for something. Now why don't you go back to being ignored?
Oh, that's
Very
his
bold,
job.
but-
And he like points over to Zozo.
I mean, I have to. I'm like the shadows.
I think it'd be a second of like, is your friend okay though? Seriously? Like he's like, is he like special needs? Like, is he okay? Like I don't want to pick on someone who's like, you know.
Kriv's gonna turn back around to the bar, and if his drink's ready, he'll grab it and leave. Like, this thing doesn't concern him pretty much. He's just trying to get his drink and go. But if it's not ready, he'll sit there and wait, but with his attention at the bar.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to escalate things, but it's definitely going to be like loud talking about you and snickering, like very just dicks, you know.
Yeah.
They're just dicks, you know. They're not going to get into a fight over it, but they're definitely taunting.
Yeah. I know their type well.
That's why I don't go to bars.
Yeah.
Hey, Crab White. Why didn't you bite their faces off? It was right there.
Oh, I know that one. Because have you ever gotten dwarf a hair stuck in your mouth before?
Oh,
That's-
okay. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Please never talk about it again.
No. Yeah.
No, that's not why.
Oh.
We don't want to cause a scene.
Oh.
If we cause a scene, we get arrested, we get tied up here, then we can't go find a Ruthmore.
That's right. That's right. I knew that.
Oh, Oh yeah. So yeah, cousin. So okay, Aruthamar, right? Big dragon, right? Big.
Like you?
Like no, I'm like a dragon, like with wings and everything, flies through the sky, like dragon.
Oh.
Yeah. You remember how you were really little, but you remember how like we had that whole compact with Strahd? You were pretty little back then, but
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck. Okay, Clover, go sit at the table, please.
Will you get me a juice?
Oh,
New
yeah.
friend?
Olmo found some juice.
Oh wait, no, the sparkle juice. Yeah, we don't know.
No, we're not using that yet.
Yeah.
She looks very sad. She's like, sparkle juice sounds exactly like what I want.
You gotta save it for a special occasion.
Oh yeah, like a holiday or a birthday, probably.
When we've liberated Aruthamar, we will crack one open and celebrate.
That's so good.
Can you go sit at the table, please?
Olmo, take me to the table.
Okay.
Let's sit.
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, is Clover still being held by Olmo?
Yes.
Oh yeah, she's tiny and he's huge. He could hold her up forever.
Just like, carry me.
Yeah.
So Crib's gonna look back at the bar and be like, one juice as well, please.
Give me a second. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much are they going to hassle you for the juice? Not the bartender. Bartender doesn't care.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, they don't care. They're very much like. I think you're gonna. The most you'll get is like, of course, it's a juice like that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's.
He'll ignore it. Like he's trying not to start something as much as possible. He's gonna ignore it. He'll get his drink as well as the juice and bring it over to the table, and then pretty much chug the entire drink, put it down, and as everyone's sitting around the table, okay, we're gonna die, but that beside the point.
I mean, you, maybe.
That at this point that'd be great. So Balisk told us that we were being sent on a mission. Some of this I'm not able to fully share until we're out a little bit further. But with everything that's going on, we have to go find where Aruthamar is. We have to go break whatever sort of spell or whatever sort of hold is on Aruthamar. We got to try to negotiate a new contract. And then there's something in that cave that we have to retrieve. And then come back.
How? Point of order. How do you break a spell?
I'm good at breaking things.
You are. You're really, really good at that.
Like magic or like...
Well, one time Mama had this thing that she said was magic and don't touch it, and I didn't touch it, but it still broke. I hit the thing, and I don't. Does that count?
Question. This is a meta
Yes.
question. Is this
Front row.
based on you, Mandy? Is this like your...
No.
No, I just went because that line brought back so many flashbacks. Like I didn't touch that button, but it still got touched. Like it's like you're the only one in your room
Jason.
at your desk at your keyboard, but it's always, you know what I mean? Like I just didn't know if this was like a close to your heart character.
Christy says a little bit, but I don't think so.
Nah, your
see
wife's right. No, your
see it.
wife.
Damn it.
Yeah, 110%. I agree with Christy.
Damn it.
So, just needed to know that. Okay, go.
I'm not quite sure. We need to figure that out. To be honest, I don't know.
Okay.
This doesn't involve reading, does it? I don't like that.
Well, if nobody wants that, I can handle the powerful magics.
Oh.
Ooh.
It comes naturally to me.
Oh.
Like what? Can you
He
give me
kind
an
of leans in
example?
over the table. I can conjure shadow flame on command.
That sounds pretty cool.
It
So
is.
if it's shadow and light, how is the shadow not snuffed out?
Oh, that's a good question.
Makes you think.
Do you want to see?
So much.
Okay.
Like a whole lot, yeah.
Wait. Okay, not here.
No?
Not no, not here.
Okay.
Let's wait till we get out of town.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if there's a library or some sort of shop,
Oh, there's
magic shop or something that we can ask.
there's
As you guys are sitting here, and you're chit chatting, and it's kind of like you guys are leaning into the table, kind of talking, because it's like a secret mission, but like you're, you know what I mean? The bar's not full yet. And as you guys are talking, like that evening rush is slowly trickling in, people coming in, laughing, having a good time. Outside, you're going to hear several small explosions. And I think that's a fine time for us to stop this evening.
For not the halfway point, like for the evening?
I'm afraid not.
Words
next
that
time.
cut.
How dare you, Jason?
I know.
Hey, next time is next Wednesday. Woo.
Yeah.
We planned ahead.
No problem.
But I want it now.
we're gonna catch up.
It's my story, and I want it now.
But don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back asking these guys some questions from our Discord server. A couple of people were nice enough to send me some secret questions that I'm going to be asking you guys. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You guys want to answer some questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus. Okay, so we got one from Revan. Thank you, Revan.
Rev.
So he asked a question, and I want to put a bit of a twist on it because of this thing that came up earlier. I want to go down the line here, and he wants to know your favorite comfort food. But after you say your favorite comfort food and why, everyone else gets to rate that comfort food on a scale of 1 to 10.
I see what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything.
I see what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything.
Uh-huh.
It's engagement. It's called engagement.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
all it is. It's just for the algorithm.
There's definitely
Right?
not
People
a
angry.
there's not a New York Chicago thing about to happen. Sure.
No. But first of all, Jersey pizza is better than New York pizza, but whatever. New York just has better press. But but it's fine.
You can really taste the landfill in it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. Chicago's super clean. Mandy, let's start with Mandy has no horse in this race.
Nope. I'm like, I like a pizza. Comfort food, huh? Okay. I like, you guys are going to be mean, but Spam, rice, and eggs is my comfort food.
No, I mean,
It's
I can
delicious.
see it. I mean, I kind of grew up on it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like a favorite, but yeah, I could.
Oh,
it's
no,
good though.
that's every time, like every couple weekends, Mom would make it. It's just it's Hawaiian kind of thing. It's delicious. You need to have Spam with rice because it's salty. So you get the rice and then eggs also.
What do you do with the Spam though?
You just slice it and then you fry it, and you can fry it either with shoyu or you just fry it. You don't want to just take it out of the can because it's cold mush, but you could. It's edible.
Do you
but
just mix
better
it with
to-
others?
Just right out of the can, just eat that jelly meat, just like
I mean,
bite
you
off a big
could,
hunk.
So do you just mix it with the other stuff, or do you actually eat the Spam?
No, so you slice it, you cook it, and you just bite of spam with some rice, then with some egg.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, on a count of 3, hold up how many fingers, scale of 1 to 10, you'd give that meal. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
It does sound like comfort rating. Like I can see how it could be like an 8 for you, 8, 9.
It feels quick.
Cheap.
Like it's a fast, cheap meal. Like it's like, man, I don't feel like a lot of effort. Crack open that can of Spam. It keeps forever.
I
So
also have no idea what spam tastes like.
that's
from my
actually the
non-ve-
truth.
Even from the pre-days when I was vegan, no idea what
It's
spam
just
tastes like.
salt.
I know the song
there's a song.
There's a song.
about spam.
Yeah.
It's a whole Monty Python. Yeah.
Monty Python.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I thought you meant like a jingle. It's like, I don't think I've ever seen a
I was like,
commercial
is
for
there a
Spam.
jingle for spam that I missed?
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to write one if I had any talent.
Xavier, how about you? Comfort food.
This is literally a cliche because I'm from Quebec, but poutine. You gotta go with poutine.
You know, I've never
you can
had
make-
it. I don't feel like I can properly judge it. Like
it's
I've
tough,
heard
but I
nothing
mean-
but good things.
It's
Delicious.
good.
And it's so like versatile. You can make it anyways. There's no wrong way to do it. Like I mean, there's ways to make it so far removed that it's like its own thing. But I mean, as long as you have fries, gravies, and some sort of curd, like there's some amazing vegan ones here in Montreal. There's like people are just experimenting, and as long as like those 3 criteria are met, it can be amazing.
Nice.
So it's like what you want though is probably to have there's 2 ways. There's the like Belgian style like crunchy fries, the like large crunchy fries, soft in the middle, or the smaller like brown and soft fry. That's kind of like a little solid mound of soft brown fries.
I like
Both
a
are
good crunch
good,
to
but
squish.
Yeah, I like the
Like it.
texture
crunch is
difference.
The crunch
Yeah.
one is fun. Yeah. The other one is,
I like
I would say
smaller
the other one is like the bigger comfort of the 2 because it's also like the big like munchies type. I think you'll want that one. The messier
Could
it gets
you-
sometimes, the more comfort.
I just realized. Could you explain to everybody out there like what is poutine?
Poutine is, as the legend goes, there's 2 towns who are fighting for the title of, like 2 restaurants from 2 different towns are fighting for the title of inventor of poutine.
Oh my!
Nobody knows, and big thing. It's like a Chicago, New York thing.
Oh,
And basically, it's fries, brown gravy on it. I don't even know what's in it. It's kind of like it's got this nutmeggy, like it tastes like it's brown. It's brown taste. It tastes brown
tastes
gravy.
like brown, guys.
And then just cheese curds on top of it that will melt eventually, and you kind of get this because it starts not melty, right? When it's presented to you, if you eat it fast, you get your crunch, you get your like the rubbery feeling, and the longer you take, then it becomes more like stretchy and softer, and the gravy is kind of like integrated in everything. So you eat at your own pace, kind of thing. But it will the experience changes as you go.
I will say though, because I've had it before. If you haven't had it and you have a chance to try it, try it.
It's on my bucket list of foods. It's like, wow, I gotta try this, right? Like
It's really not complicated.
So I can't rate this. I've never had it. I've heard nothing but good things. So,
But I have had the benefit of having this, but the last time I had it was I've never actually been to Canada, so I probably any time that I've had it, it wasn't the good authentic stuff. And so it's like the last place I've had it twice. The first time I don't even remember, and the second time was in Mexico. So it's probably less authentic in Mexico.
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of
Oh.
people who just like go abroad and just set up shops too. So there's kind of like
Okay. Well,
I'll spread the poutine.
it was reasonable food.
Yeah.
I did not hate it.
yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, guys, count to 3. Hold up fingers. 1, 2, 3. Oh wow! Woo!
All right.
Man,
I'm
I
pleased.
can't rate it. I'm very hungry though, and you describing it sounded great. So I don't
try.
think there's a good poutine place in Sacramento, but I'll look around.
You can look up a recipe, make it at home.
Eggs.
I have, Mandy. I've look, I grew up in a family that couldn't afford ham. I get it. Like, it's, you know, you get that can and it's like, well, we got this. And then, you know, you hold it up, you open it up, and it's just, I don't think I have the good feelings attached to it. So like, I'm coming at it from a cold Vulcan logic. This meat has jelly on it thing, you know?
Okay.
You got to admit, it is not the most appealing can to open.
It is.
It is not. My cats go crazy.
Yes. That's not high praise.
Fantastic.
Ryan, your turn.
Which one?
Oh, sorry. The good one.
Well,
Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead.
No, okay.
yeah, sure.
Just fucking around.
I'll take that title then.
Yeah, go ahead.
So mine is the baked mac and cheese. With like the crumbles on top, where it's still really gooey and cheesy, and not just like the Velveeta cheese block thrown in, but where you take the shredded cheeses and you sprinkle that like that. If I see that at any sort of thing, I will get a full plate of that and not touch anything else.
Yep.
Just
Damn.
that.
And you don't really
that's-
need to describe it more. Like we're
No,
all like, yep.
it's
yep.
Yep.
I think that's universal. Like it transcends borders. Like, I guess then everybody's scale of 1 to 10. Let's rate it. 1.
I'm judging your answers, by the way.
Oh, jeez.
1, 2, 3. Give it a fine 8.
Okay,
Like that sounds fantastic.
Delicious.
We're not judging this on health, right? Because like I
Oh,
don't
no,
feel
no.
okay. Cool. This is like like it's just
Comfort
like, man,
food and health don't go in the
you're
same
right.
sentence.
You're right. I honestly was expecting something healthier from Xavier, and I was like, man, now I'm gonna feel guilty for mine.
Comfort. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. Comfort.
I almost had ramen, but I was like,
I've never had proper.
Yeah.
I've only had the little 49-cent pouches of ramen. I've never had proper
Good
ramen.
treat yourself.
Ramen
Well,
is
there's
a
a-
go-to of I don't know anything else to cook for dinner or lunch.
It is.
I'll throw
You have
on
to
ramen.
go get it at the restaurant. Have it served in a.
There's a
big
ramen
bowl.
place that threatens to open any day, but it's been a year and a half, and I don't think they're coming.
I mean,
Hey,
So-
buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. We're coming.
Yeah.
You watch yourself.
Like they keep putting up a bigger and bigger "we're coming" sign, but it never opens. Like it's like, oh motherfucker, there's so much ramen, but nothing happens, and we walk by it every time I get a haircut, and it's like, no, not today. If anyone's ever eaten at a Ramen 101, I don't know if that's a chain. Probably is a chain. Is it any good? I don't know.
Ramen 101.
Ramen
What
101.
did the chat say?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
I'll be watching.
language.
Mr. Hayward.
Hello.
Hi. Comfort food.
Comfort. All right. So I'm actually been having a hard time thinking it through because it changes. You know, it's like sometimes something just is like the perfect thing. And I thought about doing the easy thing and arguing about pizza with you again. But
I'm not going that route either, if it makes you feel better.
cool. So that's why I'm going with no. A good hot Italian beef sandwich. You put some hot jardiniere on top. You dip it in the au jus. It's perfect. So good.
Nice.
So
Nice.
good. I know that that's not going to appeal to everybody for good, healthy reasons. And I think you're right in general and respect you, but it's too delicious to not love forever.
This isn't about health.
No.
This isn't about, no.
I respect other people's decisions, but God, it's so good.
I've never had that though.
It's so good.
That is a perfect, I work a blue collar job and I need a quick lunch. It is so good. Yeah, no, I used to get shit like that. There was a great little Italian restaurant near the frozen warehouse I worked at, and holy shit, they would just, it's like, hey, I got you. They'd have that shit ready in like 5 minutes because it's so good.
Someday when you're burning a lot of calories, you say, you know what? Give me the combo. Put the sausage in there too. Just too much. It's so good though.
Is it like a French dip?
It's not not as oniony. It's
more lubricant than anything. It kind of is.
It's because it's like a big French roll style bun. It's there's a lot of bread in there, but there's a lot of meat there too. And if you have it just right, the paper that's holding it is decaying because of how much au jus it's soaked up. That's
most Italian food. So like, it's like if you ever get an Italian sub, and like they put oil on that to lube up some of that meat so it doesn't get stuck right here in the esophagus. So
that's about it.
It's safety. It's honestly OSHA requirements. It's just
like you'll die from it, but not today.
Exactly.
The hot jardiniere has its own oil on it too. So really, you're kind of they're just helping that nice and smooth right down your throat. Gulp.
Yep. You honestly could just open your mouth like a duck and just massage this bit and just slide the whole thing in.
That's what I do.
That's the like hot dog eating contest trick, right?
Yeah.
Kobayashi.
Yeah.
I got a 10-minute break. Let's get back. Okay. I will say the hot Italian sausage has never on certain pizzas and stuff. It's fine. I think I've always had old man belly, and it just gives me such heartburn. It just gives me such heartburn. So personally, I'm going to have to knock a couple of points off that, but it is not because of taste, and it's definitely not personal.
They do, instead of getting the hot jardiniere with it, you can get sweet peppers instead. So
I'm not a pepper guy. Can you just ground up some Tums on it and just like cocaine, just like drizzle it?
Okay, so last time I ordered it to be delivered. I ordered it to be delivered. Not only did they forget to dip it, instead of giving me the hot jardiniere, they put mustard on it. I called the police on them. I called the police on them. It was the only thing to do. I'm pretty sure the police just shut them down immediately. That's a war crime.
I went to get a cheesesteak one time. And they, I can close the screen share. I went to get a cheesesteak one time, and they ran out of proper cheeses. So they're like, yeah, we just put like Monterey Jack and mozzarella on there. Is that okay? I was like, fuck no, that's not okay. Like, I was mad. Like, I wasn't like, I just, why would you do that? Like, why would you bring this to me? This is what you bring? And so I don't know, but
you got to be more shocked than anything. It's like, what?
It's like, where's standards and practices? Scale of 1 to 10, guys. 1, 2, 3.
Hard to relate,
Fair.
but I'd try the plant-based version. But spicy foods also. I mean, I like spicy foods. I just don't call them comforty for me.
Sure.
For me.
The sandwich itself isn't the spicy part. It's the jardiniere that you put on top. The hot peppers, that's the spicy part. So, but
I like
you
a
know,
good sandwich.
It's come to Chicago. I'll treat you.
I gotta go. I gotta go and like maybe a little C2E2, something like that. We gotta go. I gotta get up there to Chicago.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. I'll go, and this I'm not going predictable. I'm gonna go white guy taco night.
Ooh.
And so again, this is not about health. Please don't judge me. But this is just a comfort. It's like, it's been a tough week. I'm gonna make something terrible. So you get your ground beef, you season it up, a little garlic powder, a little onion powder, you get this going. And we're talking like 80-20 ground beef, like nothing, like we're not running marathons after this. And then what you do is you get your Doritos Locos dusted hard taco shells. And then you have your refried beans smeared on a standard flour tortilla and then wrap that around and then fill that with ground beef, sour cream, you got your Monterey Jack, your cheddar blend, something like that. and then you die. You got your crunch to squish.
Taco Bell.
It's warm in the no.
It's perfect.
It's slightly better than Taco Bell because it's homemade. It's not wet. You know, everything I ever got with Taco Bell has been wet. I don't know what they do. It's just, they put it in this. They put it in a see-through plastic pouch, and it just steams. Like I've never gotten anything crunchy from Taco Bell. Their chips aren't crunchy. I don't understand what they're doing. But yeah, that's it. Feel free to judge me on a scale of 1 to 10. 1,
I got close
2,
to that.
3. Oh my! Oh,
Gonna give
Oh
it
my
a 7. And I like
Love
a good
tacos.
taco.
Always
Like
love
a dirty
tacos.
taco.
oh my God! Wow. All right, we've bonded today. All right. You. Let's do one more question. Let's do anything we don't get to today. I'm just going to throw it in the pile and get to because Cobalt sent us some good ones. Brian, Wonderducky 3. So little bit of a misunderstanding here because he thought you guys were the first ones in. So take that with a grain of salt while I read this. Hello, Packbound. Given that you guys are the first group back in a new system for a new arc, how are you guys feeling?
Right.
Yeah, you're the first. We're just going to. I'll throw the episode out that I have, and we're just going to keep going.
Yeah,
That's right.
Probably
start
could have
fresh.
been first.
We don't need editing.
There was.
You got 24 hours.
Oh no. Any apprehension about being the first to deliver a slice of cortex to us? Well, let's rephrase it. It's your first session.
That's true.
I mean, when we tried to sit down the first time, weren't we
Would've been
going
the
to be
first,
the first?
You were, yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
okay.
originally we
Almost.
were going to, and then
So
technical
the first
difficulty,
time
another
Mandy
schedule,
died,
technical difficulty,
died.
another schedule, another technical difficulty.
then
We were
COVID
set-
ran wild like Randy Savage through our house.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then there was the great nervous breakdown of last week when we were supposed to go live. And I was very briefly committed. But it got better. Yeah. And then today. So 4th time's the charm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we I guess the thing is that we've tried. We've sat down several times attempting to record this. And one of those times we were going to be the first ones.
And it was like December 18th.
Yeah.
This is
Before
now
the
a
Christmas
little
break,
over
yeah.
a month beyond
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But I remember sitting down that first time very, very nervous. I mean, even sitting down today, I was very nervous because not only is it, you're sitting down with a new group, even though I know everyone here, it's different dynamics. And you're playing a different character, so you have to kind of go into it with a different mentality. But then you're throwing a whole new system kind of on top of all of that. And I know that, like, if I go to do a roll and I mess that roll up, there's not really going to be any judgment. It's just, hey, let's change that. To me, I'm like, oh no, don't drop the ball. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Don't, like, that's just repeating in my head that first night. And then we were like, okay, well, we can't quite do it. So let's schedule something else. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. I could breathe. And then just the cycle repeated every time we sat down.
Yeah. But like a
was gonna
little
say,
less
aren't they-
intense every time.
Yeah,
Maybe.
like it's
We
like
kinda got-
eventually it's like, you know what? Just, who cares? Like it's just like your 5th, 6th go around. It's like whatever.
We had time to like do our homework and study the little primers and everything. I like compared to our first, excuse me, the first practice session we did where we were kind of like figuring out what the roles were as we're doing it. Like today we didn't do as many roles we did in the practice fight, but we're like,
No.
oh, roll me this and this. And we're like, all right, 3 die, there you go.
That's it. Boom.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
it.
No calculating. How is it to not have to calculate like spell save DCs or fucking
I
like
love it.
I don't
So
trust
far,
it.
though, I'm
No,
really
it's too easy.
enjoying the system. Like it's a lot more free flowing, and especially for the character creation piece, I could go in with the mentality of this is what I want to create, and I could create that exact thing. I don't have to sit there and have a thought and then cater that thought to something else. And so that part is very refreshing. And beyond that, it's just getting used to the new die system, essentially. And I think as time goes, I mean, we'll get more and more familiar with that, and we'll be faster and faster.
honestly, we'll be getting to combat soon, I'm sure. But one of the coolest things is, playing with some of the Patreon groups. I've had time to test it with them because they don't have to worry about episodes going out. So I've had time to test it with them where, they've done 2 or 3 combats in a 3-hour session and had plenty of time for roleplay. Like it's you just get used to it. So I'm looking forward to it. Mr. Haywood.
Hello.
Any nerves about your first session? Was there anything you did fine? You did good. I mean, it was serviceable. Like you did,
I mean, you
Good
brought
job.
me on
Good
here
job,
because
rookie.
I believe your words to me were, we need somebody to class the joint up a little bit and just really show everybody how to role play. That was what you told me. It's I believe you kept saying these chumps need to step up their game, and Ryan, it's on you. Put them on your shoulders. And I said, fine. Fine.
I mean, I believe that about me and Mandy, but
Oh, no.
Xavier, come on.
I know.
Yeah, and then I gave you that big fat check for all that money.
That's right.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
Oh, wait a minute. That's allowed?
No,
Just don't cash that check and we'll be great.
You don't know,
There's-
but there's a void written on there.
there's 2 things I've got going for me. One, I've played a lot of games with you, Jason. Mandy, several games with you. Those are 2 big things. And I've interacted with the rest of you enough. By the time we finally got this recorded, it wasn't like uncomfortable. It's like, all right, we're going to have fun. When it'll really turn the rest of the way around is when all of a sudden people start like sending little messages. I hate the way you role play and you should die. That'll be the moment that it'll start to kind of change a
Oh,
little
I
bit
never
on me.
get-
That's like a rite of passage, I think.
Okay.
I want a
Honestly,
message.
King Jasper.
if you
Jasper
guys-
will get you.
Do I just show my feet on
Jasper's-
camera now, or what? How does that work?
Well, you have to be asked.
Oh, okay.
Have someone approach you about.
Okay.
Don't be gauche.
No.
They got to
Okay.
ask for feet pics.
You got
But
okay. So like, you got to wait
honestly,
for
yes,
it. Okay. You sure?
yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. It's about leverage, right?
Oh,
you want,
okay.
if there's enough requests for feed pics, we'll open up a little thing on the Patreon. It'll be like, it'll be fine. We'll put a footer on the website, and you guys can check stuff out there.
Okay.
Well, it's not going to get better than that, guys. So thank you so much. If you enjoy our stuff, please swing on by to Patreon. You can support. There's a clicky click somewhere around here, and you can for as little as $1 help us out. Help us put on more shows like that, and you get a bunch of extra content. What's not to love? But I am taking a job away from someone who has been predestined to do this, Mr. Xavier.
Wait, well, hold on. I have a question, Jason.
Oh,
Is
yes.
clicky click the technical term?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
I just
what
wanted to clear that
coders
up.
refer to them as, a clicky click. They
Perfect.
will, don't worry, it'll be labeled as such. And then
Clicky
you,
click.
yep, clicky click.
Makes sense.
Or if you're on a phone or tablet, a tappy tap.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's all. That's all my questions. Thank you.
Okay.
Unless you have nails, then it's still clicky click.
Oh my!
That's-
That's well, how did you like it? The episode's over. Go home. But before you go, remember that you can catch us live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific time. Again, if you like what you heard, if you want more of that, just let us know. Hit us up on Discord. Join us. It's free, and make sure to leave us a rating, 5-star rating. You have to leave a 5-star on iTunes or whatever platform you use for your podcasts. I'll be here nonstop until my next session, so you can catch me on my live feed. Until then, sitting here, and please have a good week and stay safe. Hey listeners, it's me, Xavier from Packbound. You may not know me yet, but you may know me. So you Jesus, it's back! It's back, baby! Put that in your blooper reel. Okay. Hey listeners, hey newcomers, hey old timers, it's me, Xavier from Packbound. And you might recognize me from many roles before, and welcome to our first episode of Arc 5. If you're familiar with the show, please give us... It's one take. That's what I say. Yeah.